Howdy, folks. Not Jay McMurray and Jeffy from Hex to Hex here. And why are we coming on a Friday night live?
Because I have problems with spontaneity and commitment.
Exactly. Jay Wiley sent out an email to all of those that are part of the Wiley Games group, as it were. And he said, you know what? I'm feeling generous. We're going to give 30% off all downloads this weekend.
30%.
So here we are. We're going to talk
30.
about it. Yeah, 30%. Says so down at the bottom there. 30%.
Which is kind of wild.
Yeah. So if you think about it, that makes, what's 30% of 25?
30% of 25 is $7.50. So you're going to be paying $17.50 for all three fantasy books.
Yeah.
Which I've got right here. All three. I got them on the release deal, and then I printed each of the books separately, and then one compiled copy.
Yeah.
Right. Which is pretty handy, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And you know, even if you just want to dabble, you just want to, dip the toe in.
What's the core rule book? $7 normally, so it's like $4.90.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's under $5.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. You can't, and this is the time that I wish Jay and Robin would take your advice.
Yeah, and have it give me everything.
Just
everything.
The buy all button. Give me everything. Give me everything you got, because I want to download it and have it. But it's not just the rules.
Yeah, it's all the scenarios and everything. So like Dark Day of the Destructo Ray. What's the one where they're rescuing a princess and stuff? Everything. Yeah. All the 99-cent scenarios are what, 69 cents now?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
that doesn't tell you how awesome they are.
Let's go. I mean, come on. Now, you don't get any percentage off on this stuff.
Isn't that free?
But yeah, because it's free. Because this is 100% off. But, I mean, seriously, you cannot go wrong with 30% off of stuff this weekend.
No, absolutely not. You can't. Are some of the smaller, kind of less widely known / less advertised books, are those all on there? So yeah, okay. So are you on just PDF? Yeah, downloads. Good.
Yeah.
Viola Revolution is one of the coolest books I bought from them.
Which one?
That one right there, Viola Revolution.
Oh yeah,
the Mexican American, or the Mexican. It's just, dude, it's wild because it's just a Mexican conflict supplement. So it's got everything from like the Alamo type stuff all the way through the Mexican Civil War in the 1840s, 1860s, all the way up to
it's
like
great.
the Pancho Villa, the Pershing expedition.
And if you're French and Indian War kind of guy, red hatchets and black powder.
Yep.
It's $5. Well, now you're getting.
Except for now it's $3.50.
Yeah. I mean, come on. I mean,
that quite literally can't be beaten with a stick. Like,
Dark Day of Destructo Ray, normally $3. Going to take 30% off. That's 90 cents. It becomes $2. What? $2.10.
Yep. I'm about to say, to be honest with you, like I was explaining this to not Jay immediately before we started. I have, as you guys can see, most of Jay Wiley and Wiley Games rules as PDFs already, because, as I'm sure you guys have figured out by now, I'm real bad about what I like to call evangelizing my printed books out to people, right? Like, I don't know how many copies of Tales of Horror and the core rules and stuff that I've gotten over the years, that then when somebody's like, hey, these are really awesome, where do I get these? It's like, well, you could go buy a copy at Wiley Games, or you can just have this copy and then maybe get, then get yourself a copy of Bigger Battles or something else. Slash some of them like core I just use so much that I've got a copy of core in one bag, and then there might be a copy of core, down sitting on the hobby bench or whatever. But so right here you can see, like I said, all 3 volumes of the fantasy, right, printed individually, and then one big copy at the bottom that's all of them. There's Galactic Heroes 2 in color. So then that's got like Starfighters and Codex Galactica and the vehicle rules and all that in there. Hilarious story as to why it's in color. Definitely didn't pay for it in color, but that's okay. That's a story for in person whenever you guys see me. Horse and Musket, obviously, 2nd edition Horse and Musket. There you go. And then Bigger Battles. I like the fact that they'll lay open. Also, I can print out, I said, a copy for me to keep in a gaming bag, and then one for me to keep on the shelf when I'm looking to stat things out, and all that nonsense.
Yeah, that is one of the nice things about having the PDF and printing them out and getting them coil bound is, when you're on the road, when you're at a game store or at a club night or whatever, there's no chance of your good book getting either thefted or ruined by
snap. I already have the PDF for core. Look at me go.
Hey, you know what?
Why do I not have a printed copy of this?
Of which one?
Core. I have multiple printed like good copies of the core rules. I just can't believe I don't have an easily accessible, printed black and white copy. I like to do, again, I lose books, I destroy books, I set drinks on books, stuff like that. So for me, I'd much rather mess up, an $8 Office Max copy of it.
Exactly.
Than the good color, good paper, all that stuff.
And the other thing is that the hard copy books that you can get, which, we highly recommend you buying because they're beautiful books.
You should, and they're cheap, guys. They really are.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
they're not expensive.
And all you got to do to get a discount is either wait for a sale, because
right,
it always seems to have one, or B, put in not J, all lowercase, in the discount code in the coupon code place. That gives you 10% up.
Actually, that's a really good point. Also, is that Jay Wiley is always running sales. In terms of, if it's not, an all PDF sale, it's a 2-for-1 on decks of cards, or it's
right.
Everything Black Powder is on sale, or that kind of stuff. But this right here is sincerely nutty. It legitimately blows my mind that they're doing that. Holy balls!
Yeah, I don't think I've seen 30% off downloads before.
No,
I've seen 10.
Holy
I've
shit.
seen 20. I've seen 25.
I didn't realize he had his objective PDFs or his objective STLs as like for sale. They're also for sale for $0.25. What? Well, okay. So that stuff's all going on here too. That's fun. That's cool.
By the way, we do have some viewers. We got Tiger Shadow. He's watching. Got Hissy Cat. He's watching.
Outstanding. I actually watched Hissy Cat. I don't remember what it's called. We can get to that later, but Hissy Cat, I saw a couple of your YouTube videos. I was quite happy, man. I didn't realize that you played. It's a solo World War II torpedo bomber game.
Hello?
Oh, yeah, it's bizarre.
I'll have to go check it out.
Hissy Cat has a video of it. But anyways, we're talking about Wiley stuff right now.
Also, Mr. Paul Becks is in the house.
Paulie, my man. Everybody give a great big shout out to Paul. Paul's the man. Man, the myth, the legend.
But definitely, this is a perfect time. If I know Paul has dove in, Tiger Shadow, if you haven't had a chance to, Hitsy Cat, if you haven't had a chance to, now's the time to do it, man. 30% off on all downloads. And just going through here, there's all kinds of great stuff. Unit cards pre-made for Operation Ragnarok, the 99-cent scenario. So if you buy the scenario here and you want the cards so you don't have to make them yourself, they're right here.
Yeah, I'm about to say one of the really cool things that Jay has been doing recently is those from our table to yours, where it comes with a scenario and then all of the unit cards.
Right, and that's the other thing. So here it's 99. It's $3.50 normally when you buy the two together, or if you buy the two separately. If you buy it together, it's $2.99. Oh, but wait, this weekend is 30% off.
Yeah, exactly. That hit me as I just saw those. That's a really cool innovation because there's always people saying, well, what about this? What about this? Well, it's really easy now.
Yeah, exactly. Snowbrawl. I can tell you from personal experience, we played the original version of this over on the War Room with Dodgeball. It was pretty fun. All these 99-cent scenarios. I mean, who creates scenarios for only 99 cents? It's crazy talk.
There's a couple free ones in there too. I didn't realize.
Oh, that. There are, but I mean, look at some of this. He's got these objective markers for you, $0.25 a piece. Well, you know what? This weekend, guess what? They're 30% off. They're make a 17 cents.
Oh, I don't know if they're included. I think it's PDFs.
It says downloads.
I have no idea then. Either way, it's 25 cents. That's stinking cool. Also, they're not. You know what? I'm gonna give Jay some free business advice here from the brain of McMurray, which take as you will. If Jay sold STLs for shock and wound markers, that would sell like hotcakes, I believe.
Oh yeah, they would. They would.
Because the big thing is, if you don't have a printer and you're in the U.S., whatever, but think about guys like Paul and Tiger Shadow. I would have all the PDF books and anything else that I could buy and then print or do at home, because shipping is ridiculous. So if you are one of those guys who's over in the UK or Scandinavia or somewhere else, one of those other goofy places, then the PDF option is the way to get around prohibited shipping or VAT,
right,
or any of that stuff, or just waiting however long. That was the nicest thing about when Black Powder 2 came out, when Galactic Heroes 2 came out, all that stuff was I had the books in my hands on 2:00 the day they came out, because I got the PDFs. I sent them off to Office Depot or whatever to have them printed, and then I picked them up on my way home from work.
Yeah,
or the way home from the gym. That's hard to beat, man. That's hard to beat. Holy balls. Okay, so yeah, the STLs are 17 cents. Jesus.
Yeah.
Good. I have 11 items in my cart right now for a total of $15.
How many? What do you got?
11 items in my cart for $15.
Yeah. And they're cool. I mean, the satellite dish, the little robot, the control console. They're just cool little. And if I know Jay and Steve, they're going to be making more of these. They are.
I can only imagine so. Because didn't Jay 3D design all these in the first place?
I think so. One of the two of them did.
I know that they're done in house, like nobody else. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's not like
Yeah.
they found them somewhere and then there you go. All right, I feel bad spending only $15 with Jay Wiley. Let's see here.
His cat says, "Nice deal, except I have to have a commitment to ship some new beer." Yeah. Hey, if you want to hold off and buy some of this stuff while the getting's good, it better be getting gotten than holding off and sending me beer. I can wait for beer.
I'm about to say the other thing is, this is like the fist or like the Two Fat Lardies pint size campaigns. Like the rule books are the price of a pint wherever you're at. Or a
Paul
can.
says, "I like how he's doing the unit cards." Yep.
If you so Dark Day of the Destructor Ray is $2.10 right now. Like that's
and that's a good size scenario pack.
Well, that's the cool thing, right? Because people have taken Dark Day of the Destructor Ray. Like I know James Sharp over in the UK played it as like a samurai type thing, instead of instead of what am I talking about here? I'm getting distracted. As a samurai type thing instead of a Galactic Heroes type thing. There it is, Devil's Crown. That's the one I meant to grab also. The Tales of Horror, like campaign book. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so cool. It's not Wait, just what? It's
Devil's
not
Crown
just
comes with a printable catacomb for use with this scenario book. What? Really?
What?
Jesus.
Hold on. Wait a second. What?
Yeah. Devil's Crown is a campaign for Fistful of Tales of Horror. Campaign is a series of 6 linked scenarios to be played in order. Outcome of each scenario has a direct effect on the next game. Player with the most renown at the end of the campaign wins, possessing the dark power of the crown. Scenario book also has rules for a new faction, Gypsies, sometimes against, sometimes with the Forces of Darkness, and a printable catacomb for use with this scenario book. That scenario book is $2 right now. Hello.
Now I got to think by printable. I'm thinking it's not 3D.
Oh no, it's not. It's
but
I'm
still
sure paper that you lay down, but that's still absurdly. That's awesome.
Yeah,
like it's a full campaign book and then all kinds of other stuff too. Additional rules
and the thing is same thing with the Dark Day of the Destructo Ray, is that where'd it go? It's not just scenarios. They're actually linked. It's an actual campaign.
Yeah, it's not just extra scenarios. If you're looking for extra scenarios, there is an extra scenario book.
Yeah.
And then most of the smaller, like, period-specific books have their own sets of scenarios. Like, each of the books has their own sets of scenarios, obviously. But then, like, Red Ashes and Black Powder has its own scenarios.
But they're just individual,
Vive la Revolution has its own scenarios.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, that's awesome. The Great Beer Riot of 1888 sounds just quite wonderful, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so I mean, but besides doing the good work that they're doing over there at Wiley Games with Jay and Robin and Steve, they're handing it out like candy, to be honest. I mean,
if Steve really wanted to help, every one of these shirt pictures would be Steve wearing the shirt. And then
get on it, Steve.
Yeah, get on it, Steve. Figure it out. And then every one of the other merchandise pictures, like, coffee mugs, would be Steve standing there without a Wiley Games shirt on, drinking coffee out of said coffee mug.
Mr. Beckus wants to know what the vehicle instruction manual has in it.
Think of kind of like what the Codex Galactica is, right? So it's pre-made. Basically, it's templates for vehicles, right? Actually, hang on. Guess what? Let's do a quick little flip through.
I was about to say I got it right here also, but
Yeah, I was about to say I have the paper. I didn't bring out any of my hard copies for this. All I did was pull out.
Yeah, let's go ahead and have you flip through. You're going to be able to make it look better than I am because, well, mine's the hard copy and it gets all bendy up, and you can lay yours out flat.
I can. You are correct. So, vehicle manual. Again, what we're mainly looking at is it's just expanded rules for vehicles. So stuff that you can already do essentially with Galactic Heroes. It just gathers it all up and gives you some extra stuff, which includes, like I said, traits, all that stuff. But then also, God, look at the ooh, girl. That's pretty looking pictures. But then, like I said, there's a bunch of vehicle templates that are already statted up and made for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Some stuff that should look pretty familiar. There's some tanks and whatnot. And then, yeah, a battle wagon. So again, it kind of takes things that a lot of people have /1. Oh, Jesus Christ. You remember playing against this thing?
Oh, yeah.
Great big Star Wars game?
Yeah.
Jesus. Jay's going to make fun of us in the comments for bitching about it, but that thing was...
Paul says, has it got Star Wars stuff in it? Yeah. Yes.
What does that look like, Paulie, buddy? Look at that bad boy, Paulie.
Yeah.
For your X-Wing ships, for that, you're going to want to flip to...
Yes, you're going to want Starfighters.
Fantastic book. Fun fact, though, Paul, if you grab Galactic Heroes 2nd Edition, it's got Galactic Heroes, the vehicle rules, Starfighters, and Codex Galactica all in one.
Yeah, that is the one you want to purchase there is... Hold on.
But yes, Paul, then you do have...
it's got tanks as well.
Samples.
So what you want to do is you want to get this version here.
And samples. Yeah, it's got tanks. I'll buy it. Exactly. Yeah. It's actually really useful, Paul. Todd and I looked at it a bunch when we were putting together tanks for World War II stuff, whether we're using bigger battles or just core. So it's another one of those things where it is kind of what you make of it. So you grab it and use it for how you want. That being said, Chris, if you're going to show them the exact PDF that they're looking for, you got to switch back to your screen.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
This is the fancy pants Saviors of the Universe Collector Edition,
which I think the Universe version, because it's going to give you Galactic Heroes 2nd Edition. It's going to give you the vehicle manual. It's going to give you Codex Galactica. It's going to give you Starfighters, and it's 6 free scenarios from the original Kickstarter back when
Galactic Heroes 1
Galactic Heroes first came out. What, 4 years ago now?
I don't know, but they're pretty awesome because it's extra. Like you said, it's extra scenarios, not just
35 normally, but you're getting 30% off on it.
So wait, you said it's $35 normally?
Yeah.
So that's $10.50. You're paying $24 for it.
Yeah. So you can't go wrong.
The scenarios are cool too if you're a fan of the not Star Trek or anything like that. It's definitely worth looking at. Oh, and in the back,
real quick, Chris Long in the house saying hello, gents.
Hey, Chris, what's up, buddy? Just in your walkabout. But then you've also got, this is the biggest thing, is the QRSs. The QRSs, quick reference sheets, are outstanding.
Yeah. And with the PDF, all you got to do is print it out.
Print the last page a bunch of times. So you can see, like with my bigger battles, I've got a bunch of the bigger battles quick reference sheets just printed out because they're awesome and super useful. Usually I'll print one out for every player and then have one for myself because it's easier than flipping through the book. They're outstanding. Especially, I didn't realize that the STL downloads and the unit card downloads and whatnot were all included in that. So for you guys who, Nick Nascotti, if you ever watch this, jump on here and grab the unit cards, man. They're 30% off for this weekend. The number of people who hop on the Facebook and ask, hey, do you have unit cards for this? What are the unit cards for this? / they see a cool scenario that Jay puts on and go, oh man, that looks really cool. I wonder what the unit cards are. If you watch the
Yeah.
Operation Ragnarok YouTube video, they're on there.
Yeah. The other thing is he gives away the unit card templates.
Accurate.
If you guys didn't know, I'm going to bring it back up here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Those are free, and they're super useful.
Yeah. And you can fill there. You don't print them out and have to handwrite that crap in. You can actually, put photos in there, and you can fill them out. They're great. They're not just a paper copy. They're actual
Fillable.
editable, fillable, what have you. And they've got them for bigger battles. They got them for core, Tales of Horror, fantasy, Galactic Heroes, Wasteland Warriors, and Starfighters.
They're awesome.
And those are all free. Now, as he goes along, as he produces more campaign books, he will, and he, as he puts out the stat cards for them, he will make the stat cards as well, and have them available to you. So it's, you go in, you buy the From Our Table to Yours, you've got everything you need.
It's the complete everything but miniatures.
Yeah, exactly. And I know he's going to continue doing that. And, even without the discount at $2.99, it's a fabulous deal.
I'm about to say it's a steal without it, but with the discount, it's just absurd.
Yeah. What are you showing us there, Mr. McMurray?
Oh, people have been asking all about the Space 1889 stuff, so I was just picking some of it up. Get a little hobby update. We got them with their little semi-awkward Simpsons-looking skin, like on the box art.
Yeah. Those are looking sharp.
Yeah, so those are all like Space 1889 GDW figures. And then these are
real quick
British
to answer Paul. I am actually working on doing exactly that. He's all Jay has already been working on his the Red Skies, I think it's called. Crimson Skies, the
weird World War II sci-fi kind of stuff.
Yep. So he's already working on those. I'm working on right now Korea/Vietnam
jet
first
stuff, right?
First and second generation fighters, maybe all the way up to third generation, like up to F4s, that type of thing. But I'm gonna be pushing back to World War II and World War I as well. Whether I just do it for myself and give it out to you, or Jay Wiley decides, hey, that's really cool, let's put it out as a PDF. I don't know yet, but that's something I'm going to be working with.
Speaking of Starfighters,
there is a sale this weekend, 30% off all downloads at the Wiley-Games.com website.
Yeah, speaking of Starfighters, you got this stuff. Fun fact, using just this book, Todd and I have played with both this version of an aphid style gunship. Hang on. As well as, so I used, for Victorian sci-fi, I used Galactic Heroes to stat them up the first time, which resulted in this book using Starfighters to play with this scale, as well as regular Galactic Heroes to play with an aphid that is this scale. It's 20.
Because you have a problem.
I do. I have a problem. All right. I have a problem. The one's 28. But yes, all in that one book, which is available for $24.50 US.
Right.
This weekend.
This weekend. Yeah. If you don't have.
And the same thing is going to have rules, or has rules, that will have that delightful little Victorian sci-fi, as well as that guy, and this little smaller airship I was showing you guys earlier. Everything.
Now, he is working on actual Victorian sci-fi book.
Accurate. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. That's one of the things that is coming down the pipeline.
And for no other reason than, and I don't want this to sound bad, but it's going to sound bad because people are lazy.
Oh, well, yeah, but that's why he's putting out the pre-printed scenarios with cards and everything like that. I mean,
right.
It's whatever. It's what the people want, and so he's got a business. He makes what people want. People pay him for what people want, and then Jake continues to put out cool stuff. So, but yes,
so
one book, play all kinds of stuff.
Or Paul Beckett says, "You've done great work on those figures." Yes, you have.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it, buddy.
They look phenomenal.
Lots of pictures. Actually, I've been drawing out templates for Martian terrain tonight. And so once we're done, I'm going to head out to the garage or whatever you people down under call it and start cutting on that.
The coach house.
A garage. I don't know. A car house. Yeah, something like that. Car shack. That's the love shack.
Yeah. Great news, Chris. I think the World War I and World War II aircraft would do well. We all have those planes lying around. Yes.
What Paul just said. Yes. Yes, we do.
Which download are they in? Well, like he was saying, the Galactic Heroes, this is what he used. You got to use a little bit of imagination.
Yeah. So, for example, some of those things, right? Oh, dang, where are the miniatures? Todd and I played with some interesting, entertaining miniatures, right? So one of them was a British guy, right? We'll call him, we'll say like this guy, right? He doesn't have a pistol, but in Galactic Heroes, there is a trait that essentially mimics like having laser eyes or something like that. It essentially is a pistol, right? It's got short range 6 inches, long range 12 inches. On a 1, you got to recharge it, kind of like you'd have to reload if you shot a pistol and rolled a 1. Right. Basically, what it is in my demented brain is this guy screaming, starting to sing "God Save the Queen" so loudly and obnoxiously that it will physically hurt a Martian. Things like that, right?
Sure, why not?
That's the nice thing, right? Is that you have the mechanics in here, and then you fill in how those mechanics work with your figures. Play Wiley Games. Your figures will thank you. Chris and I came up with that, not that other guy on that other YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's okay. Still stands. Also, these are Ironclad figures. Outstanding figures. Outstanding product. Great folks. I don't remember. I think it's John at Ironclad. This box of figures took legitimately 4 months to get to me because at some point in time, it took a full dunk. And the box was completely destroyed when it got to me. 100% was going to send me an entirely new order. And it was one of those, well, let's do this. Let's wait till Friday. Realize it's been like 4 months, but forget about it. We'll wait till Friday. If it hasn't come in on Friday, you send in a new order. That's awesome. Arrived on Friday. I don't know what the hell was going on, but his generosity made the USPS no longer suck. Good figures, good detail, simple. There's not 80 million things on here that you have to paint. But there's enough of them that there's a unified aesthetic through 12 of them, which is pretty awesome, especially for Victorian sci-fi figures. It's kind of tough to find 12 unique sculpts that have a unified aesthetic.
Right.
But Ironclad does it. And they make...
his account says, aren't Martians made by Tesla?
Sure. I don't know if that's like an Elon Musk joke. These ones are made by Raflin still. And actually, don't get screwed on eBay into buying these Martians, like the Space 1889 boxes of them, the original boxes. If you want to, they come with little like 3-page quote painting guides, which are these things. Not super duper helpful. There's really only like 1 or 2 pages that are remotely specific to.
And you could probably scan them and send them to whoever wants them.
Yeah, they're out of print. They don't make them. But Ratham still sells the packs in smaller boxes quite affordably. So don't get caught up thinking you have to buy the ones off of eBay. I did that with one box. I got this box actually at March to Victory. Wah, 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 wah. Go to March to Victory. There's a ton of cool stuff. And then I got one box of the Legions of Mars, which are the other Martians. And then I got stuff off of Ratham because it's super. It's still really affordable. They're like $30 or $35, but there's 22 miniatures. Chris, what?
You just did Dino Seek Lancer stats.
That actually, hang on a minute, Chris. Hang on a minute. Keep them talking. Oh, shit.
So I just jumped into the Patreon from Skullforge Miniatures. I told that to Jay Wiley and said, "What took you so long?" And says, "You had to get the finances." But yeah, I'm going to be start printing up Star Wars stuff like nobody's damn business. Y'all are going to be so sick of me hearing, sick of me talking about Star Wars miniatures that it's going to be ridiculous. But this month's July's stuff is great. It's got Chewbacca, it's got C-3PO, it's got Ugnaughts. It's going to be great.
So I don't know where they're sitting, but the Utah Raptors, the Feather Raptors,
yes,
from my Eat Hitler game that you guys saw that I put on at March to Victory.
Go to March to Victory.
Go to March to Victory. You need to go to March to Victory because you see ridiculous stuff. Fit these here riders.
No way. What?
Exceptionally well.
What?
Right? And there's a couple different sculpts of the riders. I don't know if they're going to fit on these figures.
Wait.
They fit okay. I feel like I've printed these out just a hair bit bigger, or these guys just a hair bit smaller. They'd fit in those saddles.
Make those dinos like 5% bigger.
Well, yeah. The Utah Raptors, they already fit on beautifully. So we could do Utah Raptors or heavy cavalry, and then these Raptors.
Or like your Scout Cav.
Yes. Also, just to send Paulie and Tiger Shadow into fits.
Oh, get out. Outstanding.
In alternate histories, the Aussies didn't have to fight the emus.
Yeah.
But these guys
also says need to do unicycle lancers next.
Yes, right.
Becca says love Star Wars.
Not Emu Wars.
Slave One, yeah. This month's ship is Slave One that I can print out as I see fit. He thinks those are the same ones that he printed. Chris Long says.
Yeah.
Paul Beckett says love it, and his cat says LOL.
Outstanding, Paulie. That's the idea, buddy. But yeah, no, I forgot all about those. These guys really do. They fit on those feathered Raptors, those Utah Raptors, like perfectly.
See, now this is what we're gonna need to do. You and I need to come up with a scenario with cards and everything, and give it over to Jay to have a from our table to yours for Dino Riders, a Dino Rider fight.
Oh, absolutely. So what the issue is that getting enough Gashents and Riders from Ratham is going to be a little expensive. So I need to figure out a way to make my British cavalry cheap, which I believe I have figured out.
Figured out.
Yeah. And then these I like to call Steve Birds.
Dodos,
I didn't say that.
but that's what they are.
No, these are Steve birds.
Steve,
They can ride them too.
nice.
But anyways,
what you need to do?
I cannot explain to you how excited I am that these guys will fit on these.
What you need to do is find one of those axe beaks. You know what I'm talking about? The axe beak.
Yes, I've got some of those printed in the. Basically, I have these guys, dodos with a shield and an axe, and then an ostrich that's got like a bow tie and a top hat.
Oh, outstanding!
I've got a bunch of those mixed onto a build plate that I call Big Bad Birds.
Nice.
That I can print out a bunch of, and there are axe beaks on there. I just don't know. I didn't grab those two.
Yeah.
You have the Victoria. You have do you have the Gatling gun War Elephant team? Because those are pretty cool. Because there's also they make one with Gashins too.
You know, and the great thing about all of this that we're showing right now, we are not off topic in the slightest.
No, because literally everything I'm doing is put together out here. There's rules for mounts, which is how this guy had a mount on this Gashin, and there's rules for mounts. There's rules for aggressive mounts, as well as cavalry and armor, like you're seeing. So like these guys will have armor. There's rules for flying / jump pack stuff in here. So all these crag Martians that have little wings, they can all fly. As well as all the standard rules you need for close combat weapons, pistols, rifles. I think this guy's going to have a mazer, is what that's going to count as. I don't know what the hell a mazer is, but it's this thing now.
It shoots through schools.
Shoots through anything, man.
Right?
Who knows? Shoots through a lot of Martians for Queen and country.
God save the Queen.
What?
God save the Queen.
God save the Queen. I need to get one of the steampunk Queen Victoria miniatures from Giants in Miniature. I need to find one of those. Because that would be just perfect for all this stuff.
Right.
But, oh man, I cannot adequately explain. These are absolutely about to turn into some sort of Lancers.
Definitely.
I need to flip some of them because they are rather static, which doesn't really bother me when there's only 3 or 4 of them on the table. Not only that, they're dinosaur cavalry. They can afford to be a little static. It happens.
Sure.
But yeah, so we've rambled for a while, but the point
43
is
minutes,
30% off any download from Wiley Games Store. Oh, which means that badass land speeder STL is like, under $1 now probably.
Oh yeah. Well, let me look it up here real quick.
I think it's $1.50 or $1.25.
The sci-fi skimmer.
Yeah.
It's well, let me bring it up. I've got it right here. So this guy right here.
Oh, so yeah, it's going to be $1.40.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Normally $1.99.
Yeah, so it'd be $1.40.
Let's get a bigger picture of it. There you go. Look at that little guy.
Make a bunch of them play a race.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, put whatever your favorite figures are in there. Absolutely, get after it. Get that thing some sturdy wire, a couple toilet paper tubes. Make yourself a couple pod racers. Get after it. But anyways, yeah, buy cool stuff, play cool games. Use all those random miniatures that you have because you're a sap like me and you used to buy War Games Illustrated all the time. So you got like 4 or 5, 6 figures for every different stinking line you've ever seen that you don't know what to do with, but it'd be okay to paint. Anybody can model the way through 4 figures.
Yeah.
Get after it.
And this is the
put it together.
The discount. Don't need any codes.
Yeah, it's automatically applied in your cart. So when you add stuff to your cart, it gets applied. You're not looking at the discounted prices. The prices you're looking at are incredibly reasonable, but they're the normal prices, not the prices at 30% off.
Right.
Which actually is hilarious because that means that the total, that bundle, instead of being $30, is already $25.
Right.
And then when you do it, it's $17.50. So you're paying like $5, $6. You're paying under $6 a piece for each of the fantasy rules, which is absurd.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here, just out of crazy. I'm going to do this.
Are you going to build the McMurray package and see how much it costs?
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. It takes a specially bizarre person to do that, and I'm proud of you. That being said, I'm going to do something silly right here, too, because it occurred to me that I've got some extra stuff from Ironclad that I haven't put together, and they make these goofy little helicopter-looking deals. Never mind. I'm not going to put it together sitting here, but that's another cool little thing that'll be a Victorian sci-fi Space 1889 extra, as well as all kinds of wild-looking guns, like dynamite guns and stuff like that. Dog, I did not know these things were this close to fitting. I might actually, because I've got, I think, 4 or 5 of these dinosaurs printed off. I might just scale down some of the figures because it's a whole lot easier to print the figures than the dinosaurs.
So what I'm doing is
just going through and adding all of the rule book PDFs.
I'm not adding Starfighters or Galactic Hero Second Edition because you can get it all in here.
Yep. Yeah. But getting yourself all of the rules.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on.
Makes sense.
There we go.
That's going to be an embarrassingly low cost for anyone who doesn't already have them all. Which is not really embarrassingly low. It's just a good reason to say, hey, man, go check these out. Go look at them. Go probably grab them, you know?
Okay.
Also, Starfighters is really good for, like, gunboats.
Yeah.
Like, if you're wanting to play, like, David Manley's Steamer Wars is beyond fantastic, especially if you're looking to play actions on Lake Tanganyika. But if you're looking for something that's a little lighter and a little more universal, if you're used to playing Fistful of Lead stuff, you could definitely play very, very good gunboat stuff with Starfighters, just like you use Starfighters to play with Victorian airships in a small scale, like 1 to 1200 size thing.
Okay.
In addition to castles in the sky, like we talked about.
Oh, here we go. So I've got 8 items in my cart. I got Fistful of Lead Reloaded. I got Tales of Horror. I got Wasteland Warriors. I got Galactic Heroes, second edition, Savior of the Universe, Bigger Battles, Horse and Musket, Core, and all 3 of the Fantasy Trilogy. It's only $72.10.
That is the works.
That's the gimme. You're saving right now $30.90. So this is normally $103 worth of stuff. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, by all means, it's a deal I can't believe they're putting up there.
Now, the thing I have to stress.
It's this weekend.
It's only through July 10th, which is this Sunday.
Uh-huh.
The other excuse me. The other thing I have to stress is once you receive these, once you get your link to download them, just save them in places other than just on your computer.
Yeah, save them in a bunch of places. That and just save the email that has the download link.
From my understanding, that download link is going to always be good. I bought for Christmas, right after the original Galactic Heroes came out, Jay and I bought 8 copies of the PDFs to give out to friends.
Yeah.
Because, well, yeah, we could have bought one and then just sent them out, but, you know, I'm screwing Jay out of money that way. Yeah. It was only $6. We $48 to make, you know, have the 2 of us plus 6 of our friends all have a great game. Sure, why not? I went back to that email about a year and a half ago, and the downlink worked.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So save them in multiple places, put them onto a flash drive, back up your computer. Yeah, everything, do all that. Plus keep the emails.
Yeah.
Because if you go and chat, where it says, hey, chat with us, and you say, I can't find my PDFs. First off, they're going to laugh at you and tell us that they're laughing at you. And then give you some sort of snarky remark, and they may or may not help you out.
Long story short, just save it. If anything else, you can usually look back through your email.
Yeah.
But it's a whole lot easier if you just keep the original files.
So, yeah. We got Chris Long is filling his cart now.
There you go. I just did that as well.
So, guys, we're coming up on 52 minutes. Oh, hey, there's Jeffy. Hi, Jeffy. He's been lurking here. He's been watching us, listening. So, yeah, do it.
Long story short, it's a good deal, guys. Like, realistically, they're great rules. They're already incredibly reasonably priced. This just makes them kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
After this, there's not really an excuse.
There is no excuse not to have at least the core rules for $4.90.
Yeah, and if you're watching this, 2 years from now, all right, whatever, that's fine. But for the rest of you guys who might see it beforehand, hop on, go grab them. They're worth it. Yeah.
So there you have it. And you can't beat, the free stuff.
Yeah. Right.
If you have not checked out the website, do that and see the free stuff that's out there. So there you go. You got anything else, Mr. McMurray?
I don't. I'm real happy. I'm excited that we got just some word out here. Just for those of you who might not have already been on the Wiley Games distribution list. But if you're not, now you don't have an excuse. If you are and you got it and you're on the fence, like I said, go grab the stuff. It's all super duper worth it. It's great stuff.
And the other thing is, if by chance you do lose your PDFs and you lose your email, just buy new ones. They're cheap anyway. Don't be the next mailbag. That's all I'm saying. On BSing with the Baron and Steve. Don't become the next mailbag.
They already have enough BS to talk about.
So, all right, guys. Thanks for coming and watching us. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sharing. We will remember this coming Wednesday, our regular scheduled show is going to be Forrest Harris from Knuckle Duster Games. He's going to be on with us talking about where we are with the Kickstarter. It's getting close, guys. It's getting real close. My understanding is he's hoping end of this month or August. So we're getting close. So we're going to have him on. Maybe we can talk him into playing the fiddle some for us. That'll be cool. So
I'm sure it will. That may well be the film.
And do go buy Wiley Games stuff. I don't get paid by Jay in any way, shape, or form. But he appreciates all that we do. So keep doing it. So, all righty. Until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.